Who goes on a cruise to solve a murder? Well, for us, this sea day started out just that way. Clues started appearing, reports started circulating, conversations suddenly mattered a lot more than cocktails. But once the case was closed, the night was just getting started. Because on Virgin Voyages, solving a murder is just a warm-up. When Scarlet Night takes over, the rules change, the lights drop, and this ship becomes something very different. But stay tuned to the end. You have to see the after party. It actually made us blush. Welcome to Scarlet Night. Good morning from Resilient Lady. It's another sea day in our stretch of 8. Time went back another hour last night, and it's probably about 6 o'clock in the morning now. And as you can see, the sun is just starting to come up on the aft of the ship. I'm here on deck 7 on the aft of the ship. It's called the dock and the dock house, and normally it's quite busy. But this early in the morning, it's just us. This is one of the really nice places to come and sit, relax, enjoy the ship. One of my favorite things to do is just look off the back of the ship, watching the wake. It's quite noisy right here because that's how close we are. Some ships you can't get down to see the wake, but this is a great view. I think it's going to soon be time for some coffee. Before the day got too far gone on us, we both decided it was time for a little exercise. I headed to the gym and Melanie went to a class.
We're just bending our leg and pointing that toe. Again, a nice little warm-up going. We're going to add some arms to this. We're just going to bring our arms up and down. Let's go. Arms go up and down. What are the words?
Another one bites the dust.
Oh.
Mid-morning, it was time for our featured Cruise Quest activity, which today was a murder mystery. The mysteries we used were from cryptic killers, and what really stood out was how immersive they were. They had realistic evidence, physical documents, links to audio and video files, and just enough technology to make it feel like a real investigation, without pulling you out of the moment. We're not sponsored, but we just wanted to give credit where it's due because this worked exceptionally well in a cruise setting. We actually ran 2 different murder mystery scenarios at the same time. Each team had its own case, storyline, and cast of characters. But both mysteries were designed to be at a similar difficulty level. And the goal wasn't just solving the case, it was seeing which team could solve it first and how they got there. That competitive twist completely changed the energy. Notes were taken, clues were debated, suspects were confidently accused, sometimes really early. Different people leaned into different strengths. Some focused on tiny details, some looked for bigger patterns. Some trusted their instincts a little more than the evidence. After a few twists, more than a couple of false assumptions, and at least one moment where everything suddenly clicked, both mysteries were solved. And this is exactly why we love doing Cruise Quest. Cruises always give you the setting, but what makes them unforgettable are the shared moments. When you give people something to do together, a challenge, a goal, a bit of a friendly competition, well, the ship feels smaller, friendlier, and a whole lot more fun.
I only intended to steal her watch. It was worth a lot of money, more than enough to clear my debt. I never meant to kill her.
After all that excitement, we spent the rest of the day relaxing and getting ready for the night ahead. Good evening and welcome to Scarlet Night.
Our first Scarlet Night.
Our first
Very
Scarlet
exciting.
Night. Yeah, it's our first cruise.
So handsome.
Look how beautiful she is.
We're all red. We're going to go see what Scarlet Night's all about on Virgin Voyages.
We're going to find out what this is all about.
It's a bit rocky, so we'll see. I don't know if it's going to be outside or not.
It's the rockiest it's been all day. So
I know.
We'll see what this brings. As we headed out for dinner, we met up with our group of 9 in the lobby. Scarlet Night energy was already everywhere. Red dresses, red outfits, bold looks all around. But what the ladies didn't know was that we'd been keeping a little secret of our own. Without saying a word, the guys all showed up in matching red tuxedos. Same color, same idea, zero coordination, supposedly. The reactions were priceless. Lots of laughs, big smiles, and one of those moments where you realize the night is already a win, and dinner hasn't even started yet.
So So good. So
I mean,
good.
I loved it. I was just shocked. Normally, I'd pick it for him, and I was shocked he picked it for himself.
Now you got something for Christmas Eve, Valentine's Day, Canada Day. There's all kinds of it.
Yes, next time you cook something for me on Valentine's Day, you can
So this started last year when the women pulled the blue shirt trick on us.
Right, I heard about
So we
that.
decided to flip the script this year and
Fancy it up.
fancy it up.
I had the pork. It was really good.
I had cod and the fish cake.
Yeah.
The cod was good, but not. We're from Newfoundland, so we get the best cod in the world.
It's a big
Fish cake
statement.
was really good, and the spicy sauce that comes with it, delicious.
My pork was really good, but I am really full from the appetizers.
Oh, we had so many appetizers.
We had family style, so that was enough.
And
We probably could have skipped it.
I wanted one margarita. Melanie keeps ordering 2 margaritas.
We're on Scarlet Night.
Strawberry and regular.
Scarlet Night.
I gotta have some water.
You look very handsome. Oh my God.
If I was half as beautiful as you, Dr. Romance strikes again.
Oh dear.
After dinner, we started exploring the ship, and this is when Scarlet Night really reveals itself. On Virgin Voyages, Scarlet Night is their signature adults-only deck party. It's bold, it's theatrical, and it's the one night where red isn't just encouraged, it's basically the dress code. The ship transforms, music spills into every corner, and suddenly, people watching becomes next level. There were outfits everywhere. A soldier, a guy wearing a shirt, and very clearly forgetting the rest of the assignment, someone in a bodysuit who appeared to be smuggling enthusiasm? We spotted some full-on Ricky Bobby energy and at least one security guard whose uniform definitely wasn't approved by any actual authority. And then among all that, well, one rather lovely couple just trying to take it all in. That's the magic of Scarlet Night. You don't have to dress up, you don't have to perform, you just get swept up in the energy. And suddenly the whole ship feels like part of the same party.
For those of you who it's their very first Scarlet Night tonight, we have a little thing called a Scarlet Night wedding. Cue the gasp. Oh, no. Now what separates our wedding from a regular normal wedding is that it lasts for only one night, which means that the annulment is included. Amazing. Yes. Are we ready to meet the happy couple?
And yes, you heard that right. 2 complete strangers just got married for one night. No paperwork, no pressure, just music, ceremony, and a crowd fully committed to the moment. Because on this ship, even the unexpected gets celebrated. That energy didn't slow down, it multiplied. The cast took over, singing and dancing their way through Scarlet Night, pulling everyone along with them as the party moved from deck to deck. And eventually all roads lead to the manor, because when Scarlet Night hits its peak, that's when you'll find the show everyone's waiting for, the Scarlet Night performance by the diva.
With the boogie, out of the body, burn, it's going for you. Turn that much down.
Normally the Scarlet Night dance party takes over the pool deck, but tonight the weather had other plans. So Scarlet Night did what it does best. It adapted. Instead of outside, the party moved into the red room. And honestly, it didn't slow things down at all. If anything, it turned up the energy. Tighter space, bigger sound, lights bouncing off red walls, and even redder outfits. The music hit, the crowd closed in, and suddenly, everyone was dancing like they'd been waiting for this all day. Because when Scarlet Night starts, the location doesn't matter, the vibe does. After all that, we figured one last nightcap was in order before calling it a night. So we wandered into the social club and walked straight into karaoke. Turns out we had a few singers in our group, and one in particular absolutely stole the show. Yes, my dad. Big voice, big confidence, and the kind of performance that keeps the crowd going.
Always on my mind.
Just when we thought that was finally the end of the night, well, we stumbled onto one of the famous Scarlet Night after parties. The DJ was set up in the coffee shop. The music was still pumping and the dance floor, well, it was very much alive. We hung around, took it all in, and even jumped in for a few dances with the crowd. But as the night rolled on, the dancing got a little more provocative. And that was our cue, so we quietly slipped out, headed back to our cabin, and officially called it a night. By then it was almost 3 a.m., and honestly, well, we're pretty sure the party went all the way to daylight. It had been a long day for us, a great one, but it was time for us to pack it in. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up and drop us a comment below. Would you have stayed at the after party until daylight? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.